Okay, so I wanted to do something a little special today. I am not at home. It says, "You look great, Alice." Thank you. I'm not at home and I am out and about, and I thought it would be really fun to do an on the road version of Happy Hour. We have lots of things to talk about, and then, um, yeah, I have some exciting news too. So, it's lots of good stuff. So first off, I thought it would be good for us to talk quickly about the website. We're having issues. If you are not getting your emails, you should be. Emails should be working. But if you are not getting access to the site, any of the stuff that is protected under the membership, like where you log in, it's not working. There's some kind of error in the back end. I have no idea what happened. I swear I didn't change anything. I'm not pretending to be a computer techie guy, and I haven't done anything to ruin it. However, something is wrecked and the guy is fixing it. He was extra busy at this time of year for some reason, and so it's taking a little bit longer, but he's making progress and he's keeping me updated. So here's your update. It's not fixed yet, but it's coming really soon. So we should be up and good to go for load. Speaking of load, hold on a second. It's really fuzzy. Speaking of load, yay. So if you haven't heard the announcement, we are doing a load. T Hanks a lot. It's load 1019 is Tom Hanks inspired. So thanks a lot is our load. So however you want to say it, T Hanks a lot or thanks a lot. Welcome to load 1019. It's going to be a super fun month. This is our members only load, so you have to be a Scrap Happy member to participate. And the only thing you're going to need to do is sign up to the Flickr gallery. So Deidre says she's looking forward to it. I'm so excited because it's going to be so much fun, and we're just we're close. Now, if you volunteered to make a page and you didn't receive a prompt from me, I am sending a couple more out this evening. I had most of the prompts ready, but not quite all of them. We had a meeting last week just with the site being down and other things going on. That wasn't all done. So it's looking good now, and I should have the rest of them out tonight. If that timeline doesn't work for you, just let me know and just say, "Hey, Alice, it doesn't work," and we'll figure something else out. It's all good. What else is going on here? So the whole month will be inspired by Tom Hanks. So here's kind of the rundown on it. Mostly we'll be going through a library of amazing Tom Hanks films. And I think that that's going to be, there was just so many good choices. So I guarantee at some point we are going to leave out one of your favorite films. You're like, how could you not include this? But we even have a plan for that. So I'm really excited because we have a fabulous plan for that too. The other thing that we have going on, yeah, so it's going to work just like our regular loads, except with our member loads in October, there are not daily video prompts. So it's just the prompt where you log into the site. Now, here's the catch. Because it's like all protected by logging into the site, if we are still having problems, I will send you an email and let you know, hey, the site's not working. And instead of making that stuff private under the membership, I will make the posts public and use a password. So that's the other option. Like if you've been around Scrap Happy for a while, you'll remember that back in the day, you needed a new password every month, and the password was different, and it only gave you access to that month's worth of material. It was kind of crazy, kind of different. And we went away from that, thank goodness, because that was nuts. You had to have like this whole catalog of passwords just to be able to access anything. And Heather says, good morning. Yeah, so we definitely don't do that anymore, but I can still use the password protection as a backup. So just so you know, load is good. We will be loading. We will be doing our scrapbooking inspired by Tom Hanks. It's gonna be good. So I've been thinking about how to pull off those kind of things, and that's what I've come up with, and it's a really good. Heather says my hubby wants in. Well, he can play along. We'd love to see his stuff. We expect to see double post review every day, Heather. It'll be like Heather and Heather hubby. So yeah, no, it's all good. Um, one thing that we're going to be doing as the month goes on is, as I said, we're going through the Tom Hanks Library of Amazing Movies, but we're also going to be pulling a few other things. So it seems like everybody has some little story that they've heard about Tom Hanks and things that he's done or something about his personal life. So we've dedicated every Saturday to being the day that we're going to talk about something that's more related to Tom Hanks, the person, rather than Tom Hanks, the actor. And I think that that's going to be a fun way to visit some different ideas that, maybe aren't coming from the movies. And it lets us bring in some really fun things from his life. So that's a super fun. Man, I think I've said fun a million times, but I'm just showing you how excited I am about this event. The Load 1019 is going to be fantastic. So I had a sit down session with a couple of our Scrap Happy sisters. Shout out to April, shout out to Gwen, and shout out to Joy for sending in some ideas. It's going to be fantastic. So it's been a collaborative project to bring this one together. And I appreciate all of the help and the brilliant brainstorming. Like, seriously, I have like this many ideas, and then you bring in all the people, and it was so good. And just looking at the films, and there's a few that we're including in there that I personally don't have a big connection with, like some that I'm not really as familiar with. So it was really cool to kind of get their takes on what the important things to draw out of those stories were. And we've included some things that were like pleasant surprises to me as well. And I love that. Let's talk about stuff that's happening still. So it's been a good time of scrapbooking. Hopefully you've been making it to the Scrapbook Lives. And I just wanted to maybe chat quickly about ways that we can incorporate more scrapbooking into our non-load months. Like, obviously, like, I don't know if you're like me, you can let me know in the comments and say, like, do you kind of need a break after load? Because some people are like jacked and they're like, I'm gonna keep scrapbooking forever. And we've had people that've done that. Shout out Monica. And we've also, I know I get to the end of the month and I'm like, made it. So I'd love to know if we need more things to help us do more scrapbooking through the month. So we do have our sketch challenges that we can use. We also have a Scrapbook Live, and those are both dedicated to us actually doing more scrapbooking. But that might not be enough. Maybe we have a need for more things. So let me know. And if you have ideas of a thing that we should try, then let me know that too. I'm totally open to doing more stuff and bringing in things that are going to be more helpful. So it's not like I just want to do more stuff. I want to do more things that will help you do more scrapbooking or get something out of your scrapbooking that you struggle with. Like, personally, I used to struggle with telling stories, and I am super excited that that's not a problem anymore. So I'm really excited that the storytelling part of my scrapbooking goes well. And mostly I credit that hands on to Load. So I'm going to send up like a round of applause to Lane for her brilliant idea for doing the Layout a Day challenge. And I love how we've made it progress to kind of fit so that it works for more people within our group. I really love that. I'm talking with my hand off screen so you can't see it. It's super funny. So yeah, it's all about, I want Scrap Happy to be about the members. And I think that's always my goal. And it's always it's always the intent. I don't want this to be like the Alice show. I know I'm the person on the side of the camera that does a lot of the filming, but if there's something that would make it a better experience for you, then either step up and start something in our Facebook group or come and talk to me about it. Like, just hop on Facebook Messenger and say, hey, Alice, have you ever thought about doing this? I'd love to see this. And we can do something as a trial. It's not like it has to be a lifetime commitment. We can be like, test it out, see if we love it. And if we love it, then we can continue with it. So I think that keeping things fluid and keeping it dynamic is what makes it so that Scrap Happy still exists. Because Scrap Happy now is different than Scrap Happy from like a few years ago, and it's different than Scrap Happy even from when I started taking over Scrap Happy, and that's been a few years too. Can you believe it? Like, I can barely believe it, but since I've been hosting, we've gone to Texas, we've gone to San Diego, we've gone to Denver, we've gone to Calgary. So I've done 4 reunions already. Like, if you guys can't believe that, like, imagine how shocked I am that we're in this place and I've already reached that spot and that much time at this. And the great thing is that I love it. I love it so much. I love connecting with people. I love hanging out. I love the challenges. Deetra says she's looking forward to number 5. So, speaking of number 5, you may have noticed I am outside and I'm, enjoying some lovely weather. But I actually have an announcement for you. So, drum roll, please. Da, 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 da. We, yeah, there's just, yes, waving with bated breath. Da, 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 da. Okay, well, I am not just outside by this like lovely fence. I am actually in, let's bring this into the sunlight. It's going to be a little bright here. I am in Salt Lake City, guys. This is Temple Square. You can see the tabernacle right here behind me. And this is the temple right there, the temple church. And we are going to go to Salt Lake. I have been doing some reconnaissance while I've been here, and we're going to come to Salt Lake for 2020. So Salt Lake 2020, this is like bringing scrapbooking home again in so many ways. And I just love that this was one of our options. And when I looked at the votes, I decided that we needed to make more than just this plan. So 2021, we're going to commit to going to the East Coast. East Coast, either Canada or USA. I guess it's going to depend on what y'all think. I'm open. I slipped that y'all in there. I love it. I'm open to either way, wherever you guys want to go. And so we're going to do Salt Lake this year, and we are going to do East Coast, probably like Northeast for 2021. So that is a plan, and I think that it's good for us to be making a longer term plan so that we can really think about that and make plans for it, so that our West Coast gals can make plans to do a longer traveling trip, which I'm sure they'll be excited to do, but so that we can get our East Coast gals involved. Salt Lake is not exactly the center of the US, but it's not exactly on the West Coast either. I guess you call it West Central. I don't know what you call it, but feel free to fill me in on my US geography. It's all good. But I really am excited that we're going to come to Salt Lake next year. I'm doing some reconnaissance. I'm hoping to figure out some hotel stuff while I'm here. I'm off to another event in the area this week, but I stayed at a super nice hotel, and if I can make it work with that hotel, I would love for us to go there. So, and it was reasonable. It was a reasonable cost. So I'm excited to say that we're going to Salt Lake for 2020 for our reunion. And it just gives us a lot of options, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you will consider joining us. I know our East Coast gals are giving like a big sigh and going, Alice, that is not where we wanted to go. And I'm sorry, but this was just too tempting. And I think that looking at the votes, it was very, very split. Like one or two vote difference wasn't enough. Like if it had been like, you know, 80% voting for one place, I'd have been like, okay, that's obviously where we must be. But we just had three amazing choices. And I'm gonna say let's pick this one for now, and we'll do that East Coast the next year, because I know that you're feeling a little left out on the East Coast, and I think it's time to head that way. But you know, we're here and we'll travel, and that's what makes it fun, is that we can bring all of our Scrap Happy sisters together. Yeah, so Salt Lake for 2020. So that was my big announcement with our lovely setting here in the square, and it is so beautiful, guys. I have to say, like the one year I came here in April, and the gardens here in the spring are filled with tulips. It was the most beautiful thing we have ever seen. But we have already picked dates, and we are going to come July. Yes, it might be a little warm. A little warm for me. Like maybe if you're from somewhere else, you'll be like, that's not warm, that's fine. But we're looking at the dates of July 10th to 12th. And so now I'm just making sure I can find hotels that work with that. And to find our location that will be the best location for us, whether we're directly in Salt Lake or we're somewhere outside of Salt Lake. There are so many good things. So just telling you, like, just coming to see Temple Square is amazing. There is a family history library here. Shout out to Deborah, who is a big fan of the family history library. And it's a great place to research some genealogy when you come. This big spaceshipy tabernacle building that's over here actually has an amazing organ in it, like a big pipe organ, and they do little concerts to show it off every day, and so you can check out that. There's just so many good things to see around here and to do and take in the sights and just to enjoy. So I'll have more information about that coming soon as well. So do a couple little videos. So watch for some sneak peeks in our group. And yeah, just good things. So let's plan for Salt Lake for 2020. Yay! I can't clap because I'm holding my phone, and I'm sorry. I wish I would have had a better place to put it, but I wanted to be able to give you the beautiful vistas. So there was a compromise with that. Deidre says she's so excited. Me too. I yeah, I just think that this is going to be so lovely, and scrapbooking kind of originated in Salt Lake, not just Salt Lake, in Utah, and you know it extended off of the whole genealogy branch, and it's all a part of capturing your stories from your family and giving respect to that. So I think that this is such a good place to come, and I'm really excited. Hey, I don't know how well this is working. I think it's working okay, so it seems to be working good. Okay. Yeah, other than that, oh, that's it. Time for some leaf blowing in the park, guys. It's this beautiful for a reason. um, but yeah, I think that other than that, I don't really have any other happy hour things to discuss at this time. And I'm going to end us up early because we've done our big announcement. We've talked a little bit about load. I will go and I will send out the Flickr invitation so that everybody can join the Flickr group, because that's the only other thing we got to do. And welcome, Jane. And I think from here, all we got to do now is get us scrapbooking for our next stuff. Don't forget, we have a plan session next week, so can't wait for load. So Stacy, I know the theme, the Tom Hanks inspired theme is so good, and samples are already starting to come in from people, and I'm so excited. Like, it's wonderful. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks sorry for cutting it short today. Being on the mobile, this really cuts into my options for this, but thank you so much for joining me for our short happy hour. I'll try to make it up for something else so that we can do maybe another little hangout or something. Maybe we can do a Facebook hangout when I have Wi-Fi because I don't have Wi-Fi here, and that's a bit of a challenge. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for joining me for our big announcement for Salt Lake Reunion 2020. Yay! And bye from Salt Lake. Yay. Okay. Uh, yeah.